The massive 6-page document leaked to the media this morning, and according to what's been reported, it reveals the ACT Chief Prosecutor Shane Drumgold lied to the Supreme Court, engaged in serious malpractice and grossly unethical conduct, preyed on a junior lawyer's inexperience and betrayed him, treated criminal litigation as a poker game in which the prosecutor can hide their cards. The report's conclusion, according to the latest, that Drumgold was not objective during the prosecution of Bruce Lehrmann for the alleged rape of Brittany Higgins and, quote, did not act with the fairness and detachment as was required by his role. Sofronoff also ruled that, quote, every one of the allegations made by Drumgold that sparked the inquiry was baseless. Joining me to pull this apart, legal affairs contributor at The Australian, Chris Merritt. Chris, welcome. I'm going to ask you to take us through your reading. This is a report of a report. I mean, this is a leaked document. We don't have the final document, but this is certainly very close to the mark, I have to say. Remind us what the allegations were in the first place that sparked this inquiry and your reflections on what you've read.
Look, this is the perfect example of how to shoot yourself in the foot. This inquiry was triggered by Mr. Drumgold. He thought and asserted that there was a breakdown of relations with the police, and he thought the police were too close to the defence in the Brittany Higgins, Bruce Lehrmann rape trial. That was thrown out. He also thought that, for a while he thought that Linda Reynolds or the government was exerting, the former government, was exerting political pressure. That was thrown out. There was no evidence. All of the facts that he asserted were just not there. There was no evidence. So as far as Mr. Drumgold goes, it served everybody's interests except his.
All right, what happens now to Shane Drumgold, and what does this all mean for Bruce Lehrmann and even for Brittany Higgins as well?
Well, I think it's pretty likely that Mr. Drumgold's days as DPP are coming to a very close end. There'll be government action, I would expect, pretty shortly. The latest I've heard is that the government has decided to reconsider its decision to suppress this report. Remember, it hasn't been released officially. So they've given an indication that they're going to release it earlier than they had planned. Now, that's a good thing. It will mean that an investigation by other organisations can take place. And what I'm thinking about is the ACT Bar Association. But there might be a need for other organisations to investigate the findings here. Now, I'm restricted in what I can say about these implications because this is not the official report. This is a report of a report. So when the official report is made public by the government, then we'll be able to dig into the implications a little more. But right now, the law of defamation restricts what we can say a little bit.
I understand that. Let's go on that exact matter. Linda Reynolds, well, she has issued writs this morning in the Western Australian Supreme Court against Brittany Higgins over social media posts in which the former staffer made complaints against the senator. How do you think this will play out?
Look, I think it needs to be seen in context. Linda Reynolds was one of the winners, if I can say that, in the leaked Sofronoff report. She was effectively cleared of any wrongdoing. This was pretty well known during the inquiry. Mr. Sofronoff accepted that he was wrong when his initial belief that there was government pressure or political pressure brought to bear. So Linda Reynolds seems to be on a bit of a roll at the moment. She's done very well out of this. I think there's only a couple of other winners, if I can describe it like that, and one is Heidi Yates, the Victims of Crime Commissioner. Her role was a little bit contentious during the inquiry, during the trial as well. But it's been found, according to this report in The Australian, that she was simply doing what the statute governing her activities required her to do. So it might be contentious, but she was within the letter of the law.
All right, I am going to book you when this report does land, book you to come back and really pull it apart. We'll be a little bit safer legally then, but thank you for your time, Chris. That's excellent.